And so today we're in Fulton, in part of Howard County, Maryland, and it's one of the most sought after neighborhoods in the area. But this is a little bit different of a property. This is not your cookie cutter, like creme de la creme property. This will be a little bit more of a fixer-upper or a project. My name is Miguel Saba. We get calls and texts all the time from people like you looking to move to the area, and we love it. So whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, give me a call, shoot me a text, schedule a Zoom or email me, and I'll definitely get back to you as soon as I can. We just got a call today about this property. Some investors are kind of lowballing us already. So if you're looking to play Minecraft in real life, follow me inside and we'll show you everything you can do to make this property over $1 million or however much more you'd want. All right, so we're inside the porch of the property. This house was built in 1965. It is a rambler, which is growing in popularity because it has bedrooms on the main level. So let's take a look inside. As you step into this property, you'll notice the hardwood floors are actually in really good shape. So this would be a huge discount for you investors because if you redo the flooring, typically it's around $20,000 on a property of this size. Every time I step foot into properties like these, the hardwood floors, these are original skinny plank flooring, is extremely popular amongst all the home buyers. So if you can preserve it, you do have an opportunity to do that. Obviously, you'll want to replace some of the tile work in the kitchen and things like that, but the hardwood flooring is in great shape. So you'll notice a couple things with this kitchen. Mainly is that for a kitchen that's built in the 60s, it's actually really nice. So it has the electric stovetop here. Behind us is the gourmet kitchen. So you have the separate oven and you also have this built-in microwaves. More appliances, these things last forever. So you have a few options in the kitchen. And then you come over here, obviously paint is probably a good idea. Unless you like wallpaper, there are some tasteful wallpaper options that you can do. Typically buyers want to see it as neutral as possible so you could paint it. If you made this living room and you installed these custom paneling from retail, this will probably cost you somewhere around $8,000. There's a lot of cool stuff on this property, but if you had the paint, you did this paneling, you have some really cool pocket doors built into every room. These are not cheap either. I mean, these are probably $3,000, maybe $5,000 depending on the finishing. But if you paint the whole house, you're looking at around $10,000 depending on how many coats of paint. I know from experience, these dark colors tend to have, the contractors will say they need 3 or 4 coats in order to make this dark go away. So you have the kitchen, if you did it for about $30,000 or so, some paint and some paneling and stuff like that, you have a brand new property and you're in for about $40,000 to $50,000 already. Just off of the living room and the dining room, you're now on the left side of the house. And again, this is a rambler. And the reason that they're growing in popularity is because of the main level living. There's no steps on this property if you wanted to maintain it all on this floor. And this side is the owner's suite, the primary suite. You'll notice, again, I mentioned the hardwood floors are actually in great shape. You do have some green paint, so you'll need a few coats of paint here, but one major project that you may have to do is tackling this pink tile bathroom. You do have a few options here. If you wanted to gut the entire thing, you absolutely can, and that'll cost you at least $10,000, maybe $20,000, depending on the finishes. If you were thinking of doing it a little bit more budget conscious, the vanity will cost you somewhere around $1,500 to $2,000 installed. If you reglaze the tile, that might be another $1,500. Get a new toilet, definitely. You're looking at around $3,000 to $5,000 on the low end. And then of course, if you decide to gut it completely, you're looking at somewhere around $10,000 to $15,000. All right, so from that primary bedroom, we have 3 other bedrooms. So on this one, they're spacious rooms. I'd probably only change the paint color on these, get rid of the green and make it a little more neutral, makes it look a little bit bigger. Then we have a 3rd bedroom here. And it does have, I mean, for a 1960s property, it's got a decent sized closet. These are not known for that in this type of home. It does have some nice windows. So on this one, I wouldn't really change anything, honestly. You just get some new furniture. This is the 2nd bathroom of the property. And again, you got some love you need to do for it, but you got some green tile, a green sink, so If you wanted to replace this, again, you might be able to convert this to 2 vanities and that'll might cost you $5,000 or so. You do have another option. One thing I've seen in a lot of these $1 million properties is this style is coming back. So if you like to maintain the charm of a property built in the 60s, you can just spruce this up, maybe spend a couple $1,000s on some tile work and some hardware, things like that, and you can really lift up this property, this bathroom, to make it look really charmful and tastefully done. We're walking into the 4th bedroom on the main level. So again, there's no steps on this property, 4 bedrooms. This one does have some updated flooring, so if you wanted to keep this design, you certainly can. Otherwise, install some baseboards, paint it, maybe some new light fixtures. And then we get into some of the more unique parts of the properties. This is an addition to the property, and I think that they were using this maybe as gonna be like a pool house or extra living space, but it is finished with new windows throughout. It does have electricity. They obviously did not finish it fully, so that side of the addition is not complete yet, but it's got some nice taste to it. You have the exposed brick here, and you have some flexibility. I mean, they had couches, they had a hot tub in here, so you can do anything you really want in this one. Look at the size of this addition. It is massive. I've seen properties in DC, apartments that go for more than this price of this house that are smaller than this addition itself. It's about 700 square feet. All right, so that was the first floor. Let's head down to the basement. And I want to warn you, some of these parts are maybe a little bit creepy, but it's just a little more unique. So right here you have the wallpaper, which obviously you'd want to change and update. You do have some tile ceilings, but you'll want to replace that. So total projects, you'll want to do probably the tile, the ceilings, some lighting, and some paint. So just in the living rooms alone, you're looking at somewhere around $5,000 to $7,000. And I haven't even hit on some of these bedrooms that we have. So this is what I mentioned before. Now, the owner was a handyman, so he would have all of these tile from projects and stuff like that, and they tiled everything. And the intention was to make it maintenance free, but at the sacrifice of having some functionality. So you do have the potential to have a 5th legal bedroom here because you would have a big enough window to get out of the property, but you hear the echo, you might want to replace all the tile work, and that can get expensive. So you have some options as well. So this room does have some really nice appeal to it and some charm. This brick and the wood was refinished. So again, these projects that they did to maintain the property would cost you tens of thousands of dollars. This is one of my favorite parts of the property because you do have the open living space, the fireplace, the extra bedroom, and here you have kind of the entertainer's dream, right? You have a built-in bar here. It goes into the best part of it. Look, it's even labeled. It has like liquids, pops, powder, beer, glass, booze. And again, the pocket doors, they love these. If you take a look, you come over here and it does have a full second kitchen, which is huge. I mean, look at it. The space is massive, and so you can host all kinds of parties here, but the best part is you could probably house hack now. And I say that because this has a second entrance, a separate entrance, and it does have a full bathroom, but you also have 2 legal bedrooms, the 5th bedroom here, and a potential 3rd if you wanted to close up this one. I would probably keep it as a living room, but if you wanted to, this one, if you see here, these 2 windows are big enough to make them legal bedrooms. So you'd have a potential for 6, maybe 7 bedrooms. You'll have 3 down here. You can live here for free, or you can have family, in-laws, or anything like that as well. I mentioned this property is on 2 acres. We're on the 1st acre of it, and you have a great pool. It has been lined. There's a new liner that's about a year old, and from what we understand, it is a very well-maintained pool. It may not look like it right now, but I promise you it's open and it'll be great. And one of the reasons why is because all of the pool equipment is in this little shed. So it is covered, it's not getting weathered, and it is well-maintained as well. So the guy that owned this property was a bit of a handyman. So there are 3 detached sheds on the property. This is one. This is a detached 2-car garage. It has electricity as well. We'll go over here to the second one. So again, I mentioned the pool equipment is taken care of and covered. And then there are a couple other options. So we're entering the 2nd acre of the property, and there's one other shed. And then way back there at the end of the 2nd acre is a 2-story shed with electricity as well. So that's where they stored their John Deere and had a little poker table as well. I can't stress enough how important the acreage is of a property. So this lot is 2 acres, and most of the properties in this neighborhood that are in similar condition are selling for $800,000 or $850,000, and they're only 1 acre. This is a 2-acre lot. One of the homeowner's dreams was to retire in this property, have this property be a primary, and then have a second home right here where we're walking. He just had to get the county approvals and everything, which is pretty in depth. It's probably a 2-year process. You'd have to get the driveway that we're walking to now extended over here, or a circular driveway here if it was going to be a shared property. And then you'd also have to get septic installed probably right where we're standing now. So it was a big dream and it didn't come to fruition, but it can happen in this property. And then if you do that, that sells for $700,000 or $800,000. And this, you could put another $500,000 property or $800,000, $900,000 property. And now you've got a $2 million lot on this property. So it is an incredible opportunity for you as an investor, a homeowner, multifamily, whatever you want to do. So as you can see, we've been walking for like 2 minutes now and we're not even at the street yet. So this 2-acre lot is pretty expansive. And this is your home. As you can see in this property, you do have tons of options. So we're gonna recap how much it would cost to renovate this property. If you painted the whole house, you're looking at $10,000 or so. If you do the kitchen, it's probably gonna cost you around $20,000, give or take. So then you have 3 bathrooms that might cost around $10,000. Again, this is like the budget conscious options. And then you have maybe $25,000 for other renovations. And don't forget the basement as well, if you're gonna paint and tile work and ceiling tiles as well. So all in, you're looking at somewhere around $75,000 to maybe $100,000. And then this property is completely renovated. You'll sell it for, you can either live in it and house hack and have $800,000, $900,000 of value in the property, or with the second lot, you can have over $1 million and house hack it and flip it or whatever you would want to do with it. But the possibilities are there. You just have to put a little bit of love into it and it'll look fantastic. Again, we're in Fulton, Maryland, and this is 5 minutes away from Maple Lawn, which is one of the most popular neighborhoods. Townhouses there are over $1 million. It has shops, restaurants, bars, everything you name it. This property has 6 bedrooms. So if you have a bigger family with lots of kids, this is one of the most sought after areas with the top rated schools in Howard County. Thanks for joining me on tour. So if you like this video or videos like this, please like, subscribe, click the bell notification. And if you comment, I'll respond to every single one. If you have any ideas for a video that you want to see, comment below and we'll make a video about it.